Here we have an open vented crawl space. There's a strong musty odor when we enter the crawl space. And what we find is that there's mold growing on the other side of this plastic. It is condensating ever so slightly, but over the years it's allowed mold to grow. In addition, the air ducts are condensating and there's mold on the air ducts. And then lastly, underneath this moisture barrier, we are supporting the process of condensation, keeping the soil wet, creating a place for insects to grow and bacteria to flourish. And then lastly, there is sporadic mold growth on the framing. You can see a white wood rot mold. These walls are called crippled walls, and the plastic on top of them looks like it's trapping moisture and causing mold to grow on the inside of it. So this plastic is actually being more of a problem than something that is helping. Mold forming on the condensation discharge line because it too is condensating at times, so we recommend insulating at least 4 feet of that. Actually, I'd probably do the whole thing here because this is showing mold all the way. This is an open foundation vent crawl space with an 80% moisture barrier. The problem is that this moisture barrier acts as a condensating membrane, and so moisture forms underneath and allows space for mold and bacteria to grow. When mold and bacteria get together, they don't party, they actually go into chemical warfare. So the toxins that they release are able to follow the plumbing and the electrical penetrations on up into the house. I'm under the bathroom. Here's the supply vent. I can see some discoloration of mold on the insulation on the subfloor, and this did come back with a high moisture reading, even though I don't see any cause of it. The ductwork here is covered in mold growth. It will come off when cleaned. There is mold up on the upper framing, all kinds of gaps in the insulation. Attic 116. The wood, we were coming in 112, 111. Air ducts 101. So you can see how we're getting leakage from the ducts because they're only a 4.2 R value, so they're being cooled by the air in the ducts. Our insulation value is less than R38. I like to see it high enough to bury these ducts. There's no cover for the bathroom exhaust fan, and the attic ladder is losing a fair amount of energy. Floor 105, insulation 107. Good placement for the filter return. 20 by 25 inch filters, 3M, probably MERV 12. Dust on the duct liner, nuisance dust inside the ducts. We recommend upgrading to a radiant barrier crawl space. Essentially, we remove the mold from the exposed wood and then treat that wood with a non-toxic product called Clean Seal. Next, we install a radiant barrier insulation liner on the ground and walls. Now we can dry the system with a crawlspace supply vent or a dehumidifier. This is what you can expect your crawlspace to look like. Beautiful, clean, and dry.